Little countdown. What's up? This is another episode of the HellFire Club Podcast. I am Majid.
I am Arturo.
This is episode 26. This was Arturo's pick, right?
Yeah, my pick for this week. The Burning, 1981.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back. Because I think
so we went 75, now 81.
81. I mean, I could have picked something from the 70s, but I've been seeing this, like how we were saying last time. And I remember seeing the shears a lot, too. You know, the little shears?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been seeing like...
Where he's like...
you know, like the artwork or whatever?
Yeah, I was
poster
going
art?
to kind of give it away.
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit till we get all the way in there. But, yeah, so I think we were talking about, like, those summer camp movies, right? Those 80s. And then I was like, oh, you know what?
Because I don't think they don't make them anymore, right?
Nah, I haven't seen anything. The last thing I remember hearing about was that TV show called Dead of Summer, Dead Summer, something like that. And it's kind of like it's supposed to be 80s throwback summer camp type of thing.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I miss that era where...
Yeah, it's called Dead of Summer.
Where they had these summer camp movies of killers. Do they still have summer camps, maybe?
Dude,
or
honestly,
did they do that like with all the molestation going on?
Who knows? I haven't really. Well, I think because we're older now too, we don't really see those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember like in I think in elementary school, I remember hearing about it.
Did you ever like?
Or junior high, I remember.
In your elementary school, did you have like a 6th grade camp?
Yeah, we had 6th grade camp.
Did you go?
Nah, I didn't go. I didn't go to that. And junior high, I think we had some other camp, but I didn't go to that either.
Junior high?
Yeah.
I didn't.
No.
I didn't have no.
I forgot what it was for though. It was something kind of specific though. But
I think they, maybe not. Going to Washington or something?
Oh, that one too. That's like a Washington, New York, DC. Washington, DC.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go to that.
No, it was trying to charge.
Yeah.
Like straight mad
like,
money.
I think like $2,000 or something. I remember my ex at the time went, and some people went, like a good, I don't know, like 30 people or something.
I'd been like to like one summer camp.
Anything?
Like YMCA.
Was it anything like this? Like these?
No, but I remember it was like fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, fool. Those things are kind of sketch.
No, dude, like we would shoot bow and arrows,
Sure.
shoot little rifles.
Uh-huh.
There was like a little dance kind of towards like the end of the whole.
How many people would you say were there?
There was a gang, dude.
Yeah, like 100, 200 or something like that.
It's because like there was I forgot how there's a bunch of cabins.
Uh-huh.
And there was, I'm trying to remember, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 kids a cabin.
Oh, okay. What age group would you say varied from?
Well, how old was I? Maybe fifth or not 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe fifth, 6th.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. And
it would go all the way up to. Was everybody around that age?
No, there's like older kids.
Like 15 and shit.
I don't know about that.
Old.
Maybe like 13.
So it's kind of like that in between.
Yeah.
Preteen shit.
Yeah, I remember like, I think like the first night we were there was a bat in our cabin, like straight, just like we went to sleep and like all of a sudden, one of the kids like screamed, and we're like, dude, what's going on? And it was like, dude, something's like in here, and then
the lights were off though.
Yeah, and then you could kind of see like something flying, and there was a straight bat in the cabin, freaking everybody out.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
I don't know. Maybe I just didn't really have my eye out for those camps or something. You know, I'm sure if we looked, I'm sure there was.
Yeah, I think this was like YMCA thing or something.
Yeah, and also too, maybe it's in other states. It's probably more like the thing to do. You know.
Yeah.
Like, but around here, maybe. I mean, we could, but we kind of have to drive a ways to get to like as far as like something like from this movie, like where you have a lake and all that shit. You know, it's kind of
there was a
Was there a lake at this
Yeah, it
camp?
was like a little pond though. It wasn't like huge because
Uh-huh.
we had like kayaks.
Uh-huh.
Like that was the first time I ever kayaked.
Uh-huh.
But that was
Do you remember where it was at?
nah.
Yeah, because back then you don't know.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention like with city and stuff.
Yeah, but it was like legit.
There wasn't no like killers and shit going around.
Nah. The first night,
Did they do any camp stories like
well,
campfire?
We would have like a little campfire at like towards the end of the night,
Uh-huh.
and like they would have like, oh, who has the cleanest cabin, and like people would win or something. I forgot what.
Is that like just
I guess
creative way to get you guys to
get
clean
you
up?
to work. But like the first dinner,
Mm-hmm.
I think they made like chili,
Mm-hmm.
and some dude in our cabin, I think straight puked. I think it was like he got sick off of it.
Damn.
And then I was like, oh, dude, I'm not eating this.
Yeah.
You know? Like, straight first night, I'm not.
Yeah.
Let's not ruin this.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, dude. I pretended like I was eating it. It really wasn't. Because I think 6th grade camp, they were real picky with it. You had to clean your plate.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, this straight food is kind of disgusting. And I'm a picky eater.
Yeah, you are. Huh?
So it's like, and like they're like, yeah, you have to clean your plate before you can leave. I remember just going and just dumping it and then taking off.
Well, yeah, dude.
Straight sidetrack.
Nah, yeah,
Sidetrack.
some camp stories. So yeah, this is like I said, yeah, just been seeing it a lot lately, and like after we were talking about that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick The Burning. And I had good reviews, and I found it on YouTube, so I was like, oh, how convenient,
Yeah.
So,
give it a little watch.
Yeah. So, should we get into the synopsis?
Yeah, we get into the synopsis.
You know what? Because I was gonna say, okay, it starts off with like a prank gone wrong. There's a few other movies with this like prank gone wrong or just like something going wrong and revenge and like was that kind of a popular thing in
the 80s?
The slashers?
Maybe. I mean,
like, because there's a couple other movies. I don't know if you've seen them, so I don't know if I should say it. But it's like kind of real similar. I'm like, or came around.
Well, I mean, there's like because there's like a video game, right? That I forgot what Until Dawn or something.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's a newer video game,
okay.
But that's also like a prank gone kind of wrong.
Dude comes back for revenge and shit.
But I mean, that one's kind of weird because it's a video game, right? So there's like kind of different.
Yeah.
I think different situations happening. But yeah, there's like a lot of in the 80s.
I feel like that was a common theme, like kind of like maybe not. Sometimes a prank, sometimes not. Sometimes it's just like the revenge, and like they're gonna come and start slashing people.
Yeah.
Like Friday the 13th was a little bit like that. Like I think they used to fuck with Jason.
Yeah.
Because he was ugly, and then he ended up like he couldn't swim.
Oh, dude, sidetrack. Hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And I was reading like some alternate like storylines for Freddy vs. Jason. And there was one where like one guy pitched the story that Freddy molested Jason at Camp Crystal Lake and then drowned him. So that's why that they're straight gonna fight in the movie.
That could have, I don't know.
Which is kind of
it's kind of a reach, but
it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of weird. Because Freddy originally was supposed to be like a child, like molester, and then they kind of
drew it back
and then just made him
just
a
driver, just child
murderer. Yeah, but he was originally supposed to be that. I think Wes Craven was like, yeah, you know what? Nah, let me just.
But I think they said like in the people are like, dude, that's kind of.
I mean, you
intense.
could do that, but I don't know. That's weird. Like you can't picture Jason getting molested. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Well, no, like when he was a kid.
Yeah, but still, he's just
like I mean, because he's kind of deformed, right?
Yeah.
It's like, why would you pick?
Yeah, and then not only that, just
dude, hold on, it's not like.
I just can't picture Jason. Like, he's too much of a badass, I guess. I don't know, but
But he wasn't a badass when he was a kid, bro. That's why he got.
Yeah, but he kind
drowned.
of grew up to be like a. Well, I don't know. He just seemed too. As the movies went on, he was just a little too crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the idea was that he got molested, and then Freddy drowned him when he was a kid to make him straight be silent about the whole situation, which is kind of dark.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of like I don't know if you can.
Yeah,
get away with it.
It just seems like somebody just coming up with some kind of, I don't know. It's kind of not like a lot of thought. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, like Jason and Friday the 13th, he's kind of, except his mom comes to his like to avenge his death or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was, and it happens again. So that was one. Then in Terror Train, it's like that too. Prom night, like this is. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
was My Bloody Valentine like that too?
I wouldn't doubt it, because that's kind of the thing. So it's like Friday the 13th, Prom Night, Terror Train that I could think of at the top of my head. Now this one, kind of like this bullying or a prank kind of gone wrong.
I kind of feel like in the 80s, maybe pranks were like more prevalent.
Yeah. So, and like the whole bullying and shit, and then like revenge.
Yeah, because like right now, like do people really prank anymore?
I mean, on YouTube, like those things, but not really. I don't know. I'm sure. It's just maybe.
But I mean, like how like that, like
I'm
the
sure
bully
the teenagers do. I'm sure, yeah.
Like I don't see people getting their house egged or TP'd.
I seen that a few years ago. On my street.
Yeah, but before I feel like it was more prominent.
I think it's because we were younger, so we were like in. I think now it's just kind of you see it.
No, because like if you're driving, like
I seen it happen to my neighbors not too long ago, and my other neighbor, and then it happened to us as far as eggs. I think they got my sister's car with an egg. This is all within. I'm telling you, nothing has happened in the last like maybe 2 years, 3 years. But my neighbor across the street, they like fucking. They like wrapped up his whole van or whatever. Kind of put like, I don't know, like wraps and shit. Yeah, and put like silly string and shit like that. And then I remember the house down got TP'd, and then just our house got the eggs. But then we drove around and there was a few other houses that got egged. But
I kind of feel like maybe because like security cameras are kind of more popular. Now it's kind of,
but I'm sure
kind of killed it down a little bit. Because like if you see these 80 movies, bro, houses were like TPs all over. Like that was a thing to do.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you talk to some high school kids, like, hey, you know, does anybody prank? They can be like, yeah, you know, this shit, that shit. Just think.
Like when you see like Dazed and Confused.
Oh yeah, Dazed and Confused.
How they stole the statue.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Damn, we keep getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying though. That theme of like bullying / prank / getting revenge and shit.
Yeah.
So that's what this was. So we start off. Let's do the synopsis. Is pretty much they're at Camp Blackfoot. Originally, it's called Camp Blackfoot.
And then it was it Clear
Stonewater? Yeah. So at first,
like Florida or something like that.
Clearwater, yeah. Clearwater, Florida. This is some Stonewater. So first they're showing like these kids, and they're all like in their cabin and they're plotting something. And then you find out they're gonna do a prank on their caretaker or whatever. Like, you know, that's what it was called, right? The caretaker.
How was that?
The Cropsey, the dude Cropsey.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the dude who watches over them, I guess. You know.
Yeah, like kind of like a guidance counselor thing.
Yeah. So they're like, oh yeah, let's get him, and then they're kind of explaining how much of a douche he is. That's why they kind of want to get him. And so it's, I don't know how many kids, maybe like 5 or 6. They go to it's middle of the night, so they go to the cabin and do this prank, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna scare the shit out of him, you know. And they're saying like how much he pretty much is like a dirtbag. So then they go in there, they plant this like little skull, but they lit up these fuses, which were kind of like the eyeballs and shit.
They were like candles.
Yeah. Were they candles?
Yeah.
Right.
Fuses, bro.
I don't know, bro. I thought they did their own because, I thought they put their own little flame in there.
Straight fuse? What, just blow it up?
Oh, because, I mean, fool, if they were just...
At first, I thought it was going to be like fireworks.
That's what I thought, too. But if they're candles, how the fuck is it? Like, the fucking bed can catch on fire. Anyways, so the shit's...
Because I have to... well, you didn't see he was sleeping next to gasoline.
No, but at first when it just hits his bed... You know, when it falls on his bed and the whole fucking comforter catches on fire.
No, his leg catches on fire, kind of. And then he's like, ah! And then he, like, kicks
no,
over
but
the gas.
as soon as he knocks it over, the whole fucking thing catches on fire. The whole bed. Like, as soon as he swats it,
yeah,
it, like, catches on fire. It's not like his bed was soaked in gas.
Well, it becomes something gasful when he...
Yeah, but I'm saying that original thing, like, that's why I thought it was, like, more of a fire than just candles. I don't think a candle would do that. Anyways, yeah, so this prank, and then this dude, they put like this little skull with little candles in it, flames, and then they knock on the window to wake him up, and then he sees it, gets scared, knocks it over, falls on his bed, and fast forward, he's on fire, and he's coming out the cabin, and he's freaking burning. Did you notice that when he's outside burning, he had like this helmet on?
No.
Like, it was like a total stunt dude, right? So,
yeah.
But he had like this big ass like kind of helmet, and I was it looked kind of funny. I was like, you know, whatever though. I mean, obviously it's a dude in a suit, like those fire suits, fireproof suits. And he's getting burned this whole time. Finally, he like rolls into the lake, and mind you, the kids are all like, "Oh fuck, let's get out of here," you know.
Well, they at first they're like, "Oh, let's help. We gotta get him out."
Mm-hmm.
When he like starts catching on fire.
Yeah.
And then. Kind of didn't do anything.
Yeah, he kind of came out and they're kind of like, oh shit. And then they're like, at that point, I think they started thinking like, oh, let's just get here so we don't get in trouble, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's that event happened. Dude goes in the lake or whatever. And then it says 5 years later. We fast forward 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And these kids are... Well, those original kids, I guess, for the moment aren't around anymore. Now that we're kind of in Camp Stonewater or whatever. Did we go to Camp Stonewater first and then we start fighting? I forgot if it... And then we start finding out about Cropsy, like... I don't know if they introduced Stonewater first. Maybe it goes straight to the hospital where he's...
Yeah, they go to the hospital and then...
With that black dude?
Yeah.
And is trying to show that white dude... like, oh, come check this out. Look at this dude's burns.
And then we go to...
And then he grabs him and shit.
Yeah.
You remember
that? Yeah, I think that was supposed to be a little jump scare.
Yeah, it was, right?
Yeah.
He kind of grabs him and then he's kind of like pulling him.
And he goes, ah! And I think it freeze frames, right?
I think so. I think it blacks... Does it fade or something? Yeah, I don't know if it... But... So that's when we see him. And then we see him...
Kill that hooker?
Yeah, he goes and gets a hooker and kills her pretty much. Which, so I'm not so sure if is his motive, is he just evil now, or is he set so much on revenge? Or is he just, because like, what the hooker have anything to do with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or maybe they're just throwing a kill in there.
Just sprinkle it in?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because this is like straight New York too.
Yeah.
Where Times Square, when it was straight seedy and disgusting, right, with porno shops all over the place.
Oh yeah, there was a... That's where he picks her up, right?
What was it called? There's one... They zoom into like one... There's something fire.
I don't think I got that.
Seductive Fire or something like that.
It's a porn shop?
Yeah, but I guess it was like fire, like, oh, he's burnt.
Yeah. The whole thing. So he kills this random hooker. So I guess they're kind of showing what he's up to lately.
Yeah,
right?
and he kills her with scissors.
Yeah, just regular scissors at this point, not the shears yet.
Yeah, the iconic shears.
Yeah. He stabs her in the stomach. The blood looks a little phony, kind of, you know. But I mean, that's I guess how a lot of it was back then.
Yeah.
Did you see the blood?
This was Tom Savini's doing it.
Yeah,
too.
but you know, I did kind of like the knife in the stomach. That kind of looked kind of legit. No, did you think?
Yeah, I mean,
not the knife, the scissors.
When he was kind of moving it, kind of, I mean, it's 80s, bro. So
yeah,
you're not gonna get.
It's pretty good for its time, you know. And then the blood, and she's like bleeding out the mouth, or marks her. Then I think we go to Camp Stonewater. I hope it's Stonewater. I hope that's what it's called. If I remember
something correctly. Water.
Yeah. So then we're introduced to the whole cast pretty much playing at baseball, right? They're playing like, you know, they're having one of those camp baseball games or whatever. We're kind of we meet Eddie and the homie from what's he from Seinfeld? What's his name? The homie, a young he's also he's in a lot of movies. Isn't he in Space? No, that's not him. He's in Shallow Hal. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Nah.
You didn't notice that was that dude? The dude with the 69? The funny guy?
Not, I forgot his name.
His name's Jason Alexander. This guy.
Yeah, but,
he's in there. But he's like really young, you know?
Yeah, it's, so there's Eddie.
Yeah.
I always want to call him Alfred. Straight up. Batman.
Yeah.
Woodstock,
yeah. That chick, what's her name? Skylar, and they're pretty much all of them, right? They're all there. The counselors or whatever. And then at one point, the ball goes into the woods. Then you see that he's there, you know. Crosby's back, and he's at this camp, and he's his presence is felt, I guess, like for the audience, you know. Because first we see him over here in New York and shit with the prostitute, but now we see him that he's at this camp.
Yeah.
And the chick's looking for the ball in the woods or whatever, and he's getting close. It looks like he's about to mark her, but then she gets the ball and runs back in the game. So then, whatever. So then it just becomes like a killing spree, I guess, from this point on at this camp. I'm just trying to wrap this.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Yeah, so then it just becomes this killing kind of spree at this camp, and until the final showdown.
Yeah, there's pretty much, like, the kids really have no, like, objective, right? They're not really...
What do you mean?
They're not, like, really trying to do something, right? Because, like, in Race with the Devil, they're trying to go skiing, right?
Well, I think they're just
doing just kind of living.
Yeah, summer camp, yeah.
But, I mean, because by the time that they know everything's, like, all the killing was happening, it's pretty much over.
What, the camp is over?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the movie pretty much is over. Once the kids kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Kind of understand. But it's not like how, like in Friday the 13th, right? You kind of find out that there's a killer and they're just trying to survive. In this one, they're not really, through the whole movie, they're just like camping. Right? The only time, like, they're trying to survive is, I guess, trying to get the canoes.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, because they don't really know, like, the killing's going on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're just...
It's like sleepaway camp, I guess. It's like the same shit. It's like...
Well, sleepaway camp, they kind of had a idea something was going on. Like, because they knew...
Only the
head people.
Yeah, but the kids...
but they knew, like, something... Like, there's killings happening.
Yeah.
In this one, they didn't know until... what's the name? Alfred. Pretty much told them.
Yeah. Well, because it all kind of happened in that day.
Yeah.
It seemed. Like because the dude kind of doesn't really kill anybody for a while. Then he kills that chick, and then the next day is like when everything happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He kills that chick that's swimming with Eddie in the lake. And then he then the next day when that fool's asleep and they're like, hey, where's she at? Finally somebody's missing. and then they start kind of looking for her, and then everybody starts kind of getting bodied. It's kind of that thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it just happened so quick that there was no real, like you wouldn't be able to say like, oh, these campers are just trying to survive, because by the time like, because there's like no trying to survive part in the movie really.
Well, kind of. Well, for Alfred there is.
Yeah, but I'm saying like as in the campers, like all of them.
No, because they were away from the
Yeah.
actual camp. Remember, they
Do the camp away from the camp.
yeah. So it was a handful of them, and yeah, just because by the time they would know that this dude's, by the time they would see him, they're pretty much dead. The only dude who got away was like Todd and Alfred. Todd kind of got smacked up by the shears, but it didn't kill him, and Alfred was like, "Oh fuck."
And what about what was that dude's? The douche, Gavin?
Glazer?
Was it Glazer?
Yeah.
What am I saying Gavin for?
Nah, yeah, Glazer.
Like, he was supposed to be buff, right? Because the chicks were like, "Oh, imagine all those muscles."
Yeah. They said that, and he was just like regular.
Yeah, he was like a regular dude. I was like, dude, what do you mean the weight of the muscles? It's like, dude, this looks like a normal human being.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wasn't skinny, but he wasn't buff.
Like I mean,
you would think he'd be like a fucking
like sleepaway camp.
Zack Slater or something.
Yeah,
it's like Slater or something. You would think he'd be something like that, but yeah, the way they described him, I thought he was gonna be
like at least like looked like he lifted some straight weights.
Yeah.
He was kind of soft a little bit.
Yeah, he was kind of like whatever.
Yeah, it was like, okay, dude.
Yeah. So we have that dude. That dude's supposed to be kind of like the
douche and
the douche, you know, the bully or whatever. Then we got Alfred, who's like the weirdo slash
nerd,
getting punked all the time.
Yeah.
Victim nerd creep, and he was kind of creepy. Then we got, you know, Todd, who's like the counselor, who's trying to keep everybody in line. Eddie's just kind of the fucking horny dude who thinks he's a playboy. Then we got, you know, the funny guy who's the homie from Shallow Hal. He's kind of like the funny guy. So you got your like variety of characters.
Yeah. See, what I have a problem with all these movies, like these camp movies,
mm-hmm.
I don't buy that these are campers, really, right? Dude, because these dudes were straight old.
Oh,
there's like
yeah, they look a little older.
So, you know, it's like Sleepaway Camp did it right because they actually got kids.
Mm-hmm.
This one I was like, dude, these dudes are straight 20 years old.
Yeah.
At camp. This is adult camp going on or what?
Yeah. No, yeah, they were
like
they
the
were
counselor was like the same age as the kids that they were trying to look after.
Mm-hmm.
So, like with all those like kid camp movies, that's like always the problems I have. Like Friday the 13th did it right because they just did the counselors.
But even in Sleepaway Camp, some of those older kids, you know how there was kind of like the older kids, they look a little older, like, you know what I mean, like 18, 17. But like some of these kids look, a couple of them look a little older. Like that dude, what's his name, Jason Alexander, whatever.
Yeah.
The other dudes were like, okay, they could be like 17, 18, I guess. But Alfred looks a little older too. You could tell he was shaved and shit, like smooth shave.
Glazer.
They didn't look Glazer. They didn't look that old, but they looked like like a 20-year-old playing a 16-year-old or something.
Yeah, to me it just didn't look right. I mean, I was still in the movie, but
yeah,
that's like the only problems I have with these camp movies. I just wish that they would kind of cast
a little younger.
Yeah.
That's how it always is, huh? Like when these kids, not even just camp movies, but any of these like high school kids. Sometimes they're always older.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, that's why like Friday the 13th did it right, because this was like they're trying to open the camp, and so it was like just the counselors like trying to get everything ready, right?
Yeah.
So. Of course, they're going to be older people. They're not going to be like kids there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're trying to have like a camp that's already running,
you
have to have like kids. They had
Yeah.
like a couple like in the
Yeah, they had the
when they
younger
were-
kids.
when they were like eating all together.
Yeah, they had younger kids for sure.
But
There was a. They even said like, oh, only the older kids are gonna be able to go in the camp away from camp or whatever.
yeah,
You know? So there was like age groups. There was I would say like all those other kids probably like 13, and then you got like the people who are supposed to be like 17 and stuff. 16, 17.
yeah, but there's like 20.
Yeah. Damn, what was I saying though?
I don't know. Straight
But I don't know. I forgot what the hell I was saying before you.
Mm.
Oh, I think we were just talking about the characters overall, right?
Oh yeah, we're just
Yeah. So
Alfred being the creep.
Yeah, and then you have like I don't know. You have the girls and the dudes. Got a little bit of everything. So yeah, there was a point where there wasn't any kills because
There wasn't kills for a while.
yeah, from the point from where he kills the prostitute up until he kills the chick with Eddie. That was a
what was
while.
her name? What was that? Tiffany?
I don't remember her name, to be honest. But the one that was, she got out of the lake or whatever, and
Yeah.
her clothes were all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that was a while, and then after her, it kind of starts going, it gets going.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest kill, right, was when they were trying to find the canoes. and
Oh
they
yeah,
found one.
you're talking about like the mass.
Yeah, the massacre.
Yeah. The homie, didn't you think? I thought that girl's body was gonna be in there. Did you?
No, I
thought
I thought it was gonna be the
Crosby?
just because I mean, I've seen like pictures of this movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
So like I figured that was gonna be that iconic picture of
Yeah.
the straight
holding him
shears.
up. I was thinking that they were just gonna find the dead body in there, because I was like, dude, this fool's gonna come out, because there was like 5 of them right there. I think there was like, I don't know, like around 5, and that dude straight just catches some bodies right
Just
there.
kept everybody was sleeping on him.
Yeah, dude came out and just started slicing everybody up. I thought like someone were gonna get away, but he got everybody.
Cut off the dude's fingers.
Yeah, cut the dude's fingers off, and he just started slashing.
And then Eddie got
murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could tell that was a little like, it was kind of like the Friday the 13th with Kevin Bacon, where it's kind of like, the neck's fake. You know what I mean?
Well,
And he
no,
stabbed
but
him.
like Kevin Bacon was kind of, I felt a little bit more realistic. This one was like like you could tell
Yeah.
that he just had his head sticking out of like all the whatever, like the
Yeah.
life vest or whatever,
Yeah.
and it was like a totally fake body.
Yeah. Well, they both kind of look like shit, but this one was, I guess, a little bit more. This was like, yeah, his head, it looked a little, like the neck looked a little long or something. Just looked a
Like
little
the
weird.
angle
Yeah.
of him, like, so when you're like, when you're like looking up, your neck, it goes down, right? When he was looking up, his neck was like that, so like the angle of the body and neck or whatever, it just didn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it looked like,
It looked a little funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and I was like, "What the hell?" Shit looked a little funny. And then yeah, so he kills like 5 people right there, and then later on you see the little raft, because it was like they lost all the canoes, so they kind of had to make their own raft or whatever.
little makeshift raft,
Yeah.
which they made kind of quick.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh shit.
So
Yeah, I mean, and it came out looking all perfect and shit. These logs and everything.
yeah,
Yeah, so.
and like it can actually hold their straight weight instead of sink.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like first try.
you gotta roll with these like that,
Yeah, because like I mean, like if we were gonna make a raft,
Yeah.
how many tries do you think it was gonna take?
I don't know. I wouldn't even try to make a raft. I would have just walked that distance, which is what somebody said. But they're like, nah, it's miles of thick forest.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, you can't,
Or at least try to swim, maybe.
Nah, hell no. That's the longest distance to swim, so you're better off just walking.
No, just like swim on like near the edge, the coast.
You might as well just walk.
I don't know. Maybe you couldn't.
I ain't trying to swim that shit. Well, it would have been cool if it was kind of a river and then you could just, you know,
get to the coast.
Yeah, just coast.
Cruise it. Put a little life jacket on.
Yeah, just coast it if it was going that way, you know. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, so they made that raft, and then later on you see the raft come back. Did it have the bodies on it or something? No, yeah. Remember she went to go check it out, the main counselor chick or whatever, and there was like an arm that came off and shit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, ah!"
Yeah, and then like, what's going on? That's when they kind of know, oh shit, there's a killer and all that shit.
Yeah, and then
she gets the police.
She gets the raft, and they, like all the kids that are alive, go back to the main camp.
Mm-hmm. Then they tell that dude, and then I guess they call the cops.
You guys are playing a prank.
Yeah. He's like, did Todd put you up to this? And then at the same time, we have Alfred and... Well, we have that Glazer kill, which was pretty cool. Cause I think he got it the worst, you know? He kind of, like, carries him. You remember or no?
No.
No, at first he finds the body. He's like, hey, you know, trying to talk to her, but... I guess the dude's in there because he comes out or something.
Oh, because,
he, like...
Because he had sex with her, right?
Yeah.
And then Mr. He's like, finish quick or what?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you know, how about this? I'm gonna go get us some wood and make a warm fire right here because it's cold outside.
Yeah. Straight Mr. Come Quick.
Yeah, and he was like, next time it'll be really good, I promise.
Yeah, all right, dude.
Yeah. So then...
And he was the one that was talking all that dirt about dudes jacking off or whatever.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the man. And before that, he was already telling her, like, hyping it up, like, oh, yeah, it's gonna feel good, you know?
Yeah.
And
Mr.
She's like, that's it.
Lubricant or whatever, the condoms. I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, and they threw them?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I wanted lubricated ones. Sorry, bro. Straight. Maybe he should have got the Hustler and Playboy.
I know, right?
Run that session real quick before he went on that date.
Yeah. So, I think that dude got it the worst. I remember that fool got straight carried and got put onto the tree, and fool straight got. And I think it looked like Alfred was kind of enjoying it, but kind of scared at the same time, you know? His facial expressions.
Yeah.
At first, he's kind of like, oh, like, you know, but then... Once he actually got killed all like kind of brutal, and he's like, oh fuck, and he booked it.
Yeah, because I don't... Like, why was he just like watching?
He's a creep like that. I think he wanted to watch him have sex.
Yeah.
And
but they already finished.
But he probably wanted to go...
Watch round 2?
Yeah, because he was the same dude who was peeping on the girl in the shower. He's just kind of creep.
Yeah. I was just trying to scare her.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Just trying to scare her.
Yeah. So that they straight get murked, and I think that's when it becomes a hunt of Alfred. Now, when he gets Alfred, he doesn't kill him. He's trying to get to Todd. This is the way I took it. That he kind of took him kind of hostage as bait to get Todd, because he wanted Todd, which is the counselor, which they reveal was there
when with the prank.
Back to the beginning of the movie at Camp Blackfoot, where there was a prank that went wrong, and he was on, you know, got caught on fire. He was one of those kids, which was a completely different actor or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be, you know, 5 years younger. So he was there. So it looked like he didn't kill Alfred because he wanted to bait Todd in.
Yeah, but I don't know, because like, how would he have known like Todd was gonna come?
What do you mean?
Because like he straight sliced Todd.
Well, I think because what's it called? Todd was calling for Alfred, like in the woods.
Yeah, no.
While he was watching him and stuff.
But he was stalking Alfred for kind of a while before he called Todd.
Yeah, and I think when he knew Todd was alive, that he was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking take this fool and then kill him. 'Cause I don't know why else he would take him back into his little crib or whatever, which I'm assuming that's where he lives. That little
shack.
It's kind of like a shack in the middle of the woods or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I got from it. I was just like, okay, he's
because like Todd went already back to the little lake where she found all the dead bodies, right? And then Alfred and that dude were they were already having that little chase going on.
Yeah, maybe he was waiting. I don't know. Like all the I mean, I don't know. So he was just.
Dude's a psychic. He could tell that Todd's gonna come after.
I guess I don't know.
Like, why didn't he just kill Todd like just right off the bat?
I think he thought he did, and then maybe he thought he did, or maybe he didn't know at the time that it was Todd, or if I know.
I'm just because like he was kind of thorough with his killings before.
Yeah, that one was a little sloppy, huh?
Yeah. Like he just one little cut and that's it.
And he went to go chase after dude.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's what I took from it.
I mean, because like he straight took out a straight raft full of kids.
Yeah. Like
zero waste going on.
Yeah, he got right to it. He got
cut fingers,
everything. Yeah, that one was. Well, I guess they had to do that so they could set up that final
showdown.
Yeah, because then you could ask that about everything. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, why didn't they just kill him at this point?
Yeah, but I'm saying because I mean he literally sliced him.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, you know.
Yeah,
it wasn't like.
But all these movies are kind of that, like, you know, why didn't?
It wasn't
like how many times
he's like across the street and just stalking him. He literally like.
Yeah.
Injured dude, you know?
Yeah.
It's like if Michael Myers would have just cut Laurie and then walked away.
No, but it's like, well, I mean, he had chances to kill her and he didn't. Like, why didn't he just, when she came to the door, just open the door and grab her and fucking kill her? You know what I mean? When they first show the realty, when she goes to the house, it goes to in the door to door.
Yeah.
Why can't he just open it and just fucking kill her?
He
could have easily.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, he's just stalking, right? In this one, the stalking already happened. He went for blood, and then he just.
Yeah, but I mean, it's because like all these movies is that, you know, it's always like, oh.
Nah, yeah, bro, there's no. These movies, they don't have the killer actually.
It's like saying Race with the Devil, the same thing. Like, why didn't they just stay in the RV and kill him? I don't know. Well, fuck it. We'll just keep the movie going, you know what I mean? Instead of placing snakes, aren't there like 3 fools in there with guns and just blast them when they walked in?
No, it's totally different, bro.
No, but they had the chance. They could have easily killed him.
No, I know. No, but this is you're trying to kill him instead of like messing with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Michael Myers, like if he's behind like a door or whatever, I guess I'm gonna say that he's messing with the person, right? He's like just chilling.
I guess.
But in this one, it's like if Michael Myers was behind the door, sliced Laurie, and then.
Well, I mean, he did get sloppy when he tried to slice her in. He sliced her in the shoulder, and when she fell over the stairs, like, why didn't he just fucking?
Yeah, no, but he was still going after her.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
But it wasn't like
that was
he
a
didn't
sloppy
like
move.
Yeah,
like,
no, but he didn't slice her and then walk away and be like, oh, she's dead.
No, I know, because I mean, he wanted to go chase Alfred or whatever. Like, he was just. It wasn't just him 1-on-1. There was the other dude. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a 1-on-1. It was like there was 2 of them. He thought I'm thinking he thought he killed him. He's like, let me go kill this other fool before this fool gets away. Like, I don't know. It's 2 people. I mean, cause like, come on, dude. Every movie has like, oh, why didn't the killer just do this? It's kind of, you know.
Nah, bro, it's 100% different, bro. Because there is the why didn't the killer do this, and then there's the killer's trying to kill somebody, and then for some reason doesn't.
I don't know, dude. They just
said, don't want to kill him right now. Let me kill him later.
That happens in a lot, though. So that's how I was just like, okay, well, obviously there's got to be those almost killed, get away, and the whole chase, the whole, you know, where you think somebody's dead and then they come back later. You know what I mean?
But I didn't ever feel like he was dead. Like when he got that little nick.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, chances are he's gonna come back. But I was like, dude, what standards am I holding this movie to? This is like an 80s slasher sleepaway camp movie. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. Like, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, bro, but Angela was straight thorough.
I guess, but come on, dude. Like I said,
she was.
You could nitpick the shit out of sleepaway camp.
I know, but she was actually. You could say she was thorough, bro. She didn't leave victims behind.
Hey, side note. You know why I was like, hey, I think I seen this guy before. Like, I feel like I seen him when we were watching Race with the Devil. The dude Frank. I thought he was the same actor that was in Sleepaway Camp, the one running the camp. Don't they look alike?
Oh.
And I looked it up because I was like, dude, they look the same, and it's not, but they just look alike.
The old dude?
Yeah, the guy who's like, trying to keep everything on the hush.
Yeah.
In Sleepaway Camp. I thought that was Frank in Race with the Devil. Don't they kind of look alike?
I thought, what's his name? To me, it felt like the dude in The Burning looked kind of like the head dude from Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, that's what I just said, huh?
No, you said Race with the Devil.
Oh, okay. What dude from The Burning?
The head dude. You only see him like twice.
Oh, really?
The one that she like. Oh, did Todd put you up to this? That guy.
Oh, okay, but he's just a little younger, no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I thought.
And he wasn't sick because I was like, oh, because like the dude from Sleepaway Camp, he was straight dying.
Yeah. In real life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, was this like the dude that, just younger and healthy?
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So I thought it was the same dude. That's where I was like, man, this guy looks familiar. I just seen him somewhere. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, that's the dude from Sleepaway Camp. And I looked it up and I was like, no, it's not.
Negative?
Yeah, negative. So yeah, that final showdown or whatever, they ended up axing that fool in the head pretty much because he captures Alfred or whatever. And he has him with the shears pinned.
They axe him and burn him.
Yeah. After he comes back for that one last scare.
Yeah.
They think he's dead or whatever. They're walking away. He comes back, and then they kind of just axe that fool.
Because Alfred like just stabs him in the back.
Yeah, Alfred stabs him in the back.
Wait.
Pretty good stab though. Doesn't it go through? It might have went through.
No, I think it
just stabbed him.
Yeah, because like you turn around and you just see
the shears. I thought I saw it from the front or something. No. Well. Yeah, but I was kind of thinking, I'm like,
yeah, bro, you gotta be more thorough than that.
He's gonna come back for one last scare. And so he did. And
then that dude got that axe
straight
to the forehead.
Yeah, so no
coming back.
Yeah, no coming back after that, and he burns him. They set him on fire, or whatever. And it ends, and then they also show the police helicopter and shit, like that just pulled up or whatever.
Yeah, then it ends with the.
I thought the ending was kind of cool with the little campfire story. Yeah, about Crosby, like it's kind of like this myth, kind of like this urban legend or whatever kind of
yeah,
thing.
But it really, I guess, really happened.
Yeah, because earlier there was some of that with Todd telling the story.
Yeah.
And then Eddie playing the prank and he comes out and whatever. So I thought it was kind of cool to end it like that. So yeah, that was The Burning.
The Burning.
So yeah, and like I said, I take these movies and just when I watch them, I kind of have like a different standard, I guess, like lower the bar or whatever. I'm just kind of like, that's
yeah.
All these movies that came out back then are gonna have shit problems like that. Yeah.
Get into scores?
Yeah, we'll get into scores. What do you think?
So for me, I'm gonna give this. I want to say 82.
82? Okay, I was expecting you to give it a lower score, but sometimes you do that.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes the way you talk about it, it seems like you're gonna give it a.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
I mean, I'd rewatch it.
Yeah.
The kills are. I'd rewatch all those kills.
Yeah.
I mean, it was especially the raft one was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when dude got his
The
fingers
fingers
cut
chopped.
out.
I was kind of like, dude, this is 80s horror as fuck right
Yeah.
here. Like, dude got his straight fingers all chopped off and the blood squirting out.
Yeah.
He's like screaming. Yeah.
I mean, so I watched it. I watched it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it kind of in the morning, but I was kind of half sleep.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again. I forgot, like probably 10 or 11. Forgot. I think usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, in one day I already watched it pretty much twice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, besides like the fact, I mean, like the whole casting being older.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a problem with, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just a problem with like how it's gonna be, right? You can't really cast kids really in horror movies.
Yeah, because
like this, because you can't like kill them.
It can't be fucking
slashing
them up and shit.
So like,
and it's kind of common. I'm kind of used to it by now. Like, yeah, I've never really dug that. Like, it's always like when kids are in high school, whether it's not even just camp, but anything. They always kind of look a little. They're like 21 playing like a junior, senior in high school, whatever.
Yeah.
22. So that's always gonna be there, I guess.
Like Sleepaway Camp is one that I feel like they snuck that in under.
But then the acting was bad, you know, because you're getting these kids.
But I mean, like they were able to sneak that whole.
Yeah.
Let's do a horror movie, but actually have kids in it.
Yeah, which they did look age appropriate for sure. That's just one thing I like.
But like if somebody says like I want to do a camp horror movie,
mm-hmm.
I would figure like they're gonna look older.
Yeah.
Like I don't like if they're kids, I give you I guess a little extra point.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but if they're older, I wouldn't like dock any points. It's just what it is.
Yeah, you kind of just gotta get used to that.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, like the movie was legit.
It's like a legit 80s
slash movie
/ camp, everything. Like this reflects what's like coming out that time.
Yeah, and I wish they did more camp movies, dude.
Like
recently? Camp movies are, yeah. I just don't know how it's gonna come like now because of cell phones and all that, right?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like now they would have like more like strict security, maybe more like adults. I guess I think back then it was more
Wild West.
I guess like you just don't really think things are gonna happen, and nowadays it's kind of more people are more on guard, I guess.
Yeah.
I bet there'd be like a shitload like parent volunteers and shit, you know what I
mean?
like
if you're gonna do like I think a camp movie nowadays,
you just gotta throw it back to the 80s. Make it take place back then.
Yeah, like it has to be like a House of the Devil kind of
That's
movie.
True.
Because you can't do like recent. I think there's just too much technology where it just like everything's. Like, you get the information way too quick now. There'd be no, like, mystery, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true. It's just kind of... It's kind of hard to pull some of that off, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
But back then... And then back then, too, without all that technology, it's kind of more... Summer camps, I think, are more... Because this is even before, like, video games, really. Because nowadays kids don't really. This doesn't sound as cool, I guess. I would think. Now everybody has their computers, their phones, their video game systems. Like a lot of kids don't even go out and play outside right now. You know what I mean? They're kind of stuck playing video games But back then there was none of that, so it's all like going out and I don't know, riding bikes or doing sports, and like you have to go and actually hang out with your friends and find something to do. It's not like.
Yeah. So it'd have to be like. It'd have to be a throwback. It couldn't be. I don't think it could take place in like modern time.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird, huh? And then I think even the audiences now would kind of be like, well,
like
what?
Even horror movies, like these slashers where like they take place in like modern time, and it's like, dude, you have your cell phone.
Yeah, to call or something.
Yeah.
You have to dismantle that real quick. Like, it's got to be like a... I don't know, because cutting the landline's not going to work anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, I mean, some people don't even have landlines.
You got to, like, you got to hope that, you know, as let's say it's a home invasion, that you go in there and you fucking somehow left your phone, like, on the kitchen counter and the dude gets it or something like that. It's got to be... You got to address that real quick if you're going to do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because... Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
So, okay, so you get 82. I think I was gonna give this one an 80, just for like a summer 80s horror camp movie, whatever. I'm not gonna sit there and be all like, you know, oh, this shit look, because I mean a lot of the shit did, like, you know, Eddie's kill, and then the fool came out and he had this big ass helmet. Like, I was kind of like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm gonna put in a different category that I'm grading, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna put this up against like Psycho or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on this scale, I would give it an 80. I forgot what I gave Sleepaway Camp, but I want to give this somewhere around the same score. But yeah, no, this was cool. I like that. I like the that dude. What's his name? Was it Jason Alexander or whatever?
Yeah.
Jason Alexander. I liked his character. He was funny when he was fucking with Glazer a lot.
Yeah.
Glazer. And like just his voice.
The ready, aim, fire,
Yeah.
run. And they straight shot him.
Yeah, shot him in the ass. Even when he was fucking with them when they were in the cafeteria, he's like, "Oh, can I talk to her too?"
Yeah.
He gets all mad and shit. He's supposed to be like the mad guy. So yeah, I liked his character. Everybody was kind of... I thought he did good. I thought Eddie was pretty good, like as far as acting. I mean, for this.
Yeah.
I liked the whole thing. It was just one of those movies. I mean, a dude.
Yeah, I mean, if you like slasher, 80s movies,
this is one right. Like, this is like one of the hard. Like, you know, it's
like it's 80s as can be.
Yeah, this is right down your alley right here. I mean, do I think it's realistic to kill people with shears? No, like, you know what I mean. But and then the way the dude looked and all that shit. Well, I'm not gonna nitpick all that, but this felt really like inspired by like Friday the 13th though.
Yeah.
Like heavily, like we got the revenge, but even the way the dude looked, you know, he's kind of deformed, kind of like Jason or whatever. I know, you know, and then one of them's drowned, the other one got burnt. The whole it just felt real like Friday the 13th, and then Sleepaway Camp felt really like inspired by this kind of. Well, I guess they're all just kind of in that same thing, you know what I mean? Because when I saw this for a second, it felt like real Sleepaway Camp, like the kids when they were playing baseball and all that shit. It just felt like they all just kind of, but it kind of makes you like, even though Friday the 13th wasn't like all that great, but the influence that it had for all these like camp movies and stuff.
Well, in this one, in The Burning and Sleepaway Camp, the kids talked shit a lot.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Sleepaway Camp a little bit more.
Yeah. But both of them, they had like, you know, they would cuss a lot and talk some shit.
But like, yeah, but I think Sleepaway Camp was
probably more. With that dude, what's his name? I don't know. The cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Friday the 13th, they were a little bit more innocent, right?
Well, they were like friends.
Yeah.
They were like all buddies. And The Burning, like I like it wasn't like they were friends, but they were, I feel, closer than like closer together than like how they were in Sleepaway Camp. Yeah. Sleepaway Camp, you can tell like, oh, there's like two different kind of groups. Yeah. Right? Like Julia and Angela, you know, they're never...
Yeah, the girls are split, the dudes are kind of... It's like different cliques. This is, yeah, like you said, I mean, there is like... Glazer's a douche, and he doesn't like Alfred.
Yeah, but I mean, they would still...
They would hang out with them.
Yeah, they would still like be kind of cordial, I guess.
Yeah.
Like in Sleepaway Camp, dude, you couldn't get those Like they had to be spread apart, or else something's gonna happen.
Did they share the same bunk or no?
No.
The girls did though.
Yeah.
The ones that didn't like each other, but they weren't as crazy as the guys, you know.
Yeah, the guys were.
I'm just remembering that scene where they're on the roof and shit, and like talking shit. I won't kill you. Like they was talking mad shit because they're throwing water balloons or something.
Yeah.
Right?
They hit like Angela.
Yeah.
So like I mean in sleepaway camp they're more hostile.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that might have like that's how I felt like Alfred and Glazer should have been. Like, because they were still kind of sitting next to each other.
Yeah, well, I think it's because he was kind of friends with some of those dudes, and those dudes were kind of friends with Glazers, so they were just kind of like they kind of.
Yeah. But in sleepaway camp, there was like.
Yeah, they're real separate.
100% cliques.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then the difference also too is with those. But they all kind of like bounce off each other because Sleepaway Camp has that whole like who done it, like who's doing this kind of feel.
Yeah.
Same thing with Friday the 13th. This like you already knew.
Yeah,
you know it's who it is. It's not one of those. It's just kind of.
Like, how are these? Are they?
It's kind of more like okay, this dude's going on a killing spree. How are they gonna take him out? Pretty much. Those other ones are more kind of like who's doing the killing, and also too like. They gotta stop him, whatever. But it was more like, I wonder who. Even though I already knew when I watched it, but
yeah.
And they kind of trying to throw it on. Why do I want to say his name is Jonathan? Is that his name?
I think so.
Okay, they're trying to kind of make it seem like it's him. You know what I mean? So, except Friday the 13th kind of cheated with that, right? With the whodunit mystery.
Yeah, because there's no way you could have.
Yeah, because when they reveal it, it's kind of that's the first time you're seeing Pamela Voorhees or whatever. Kind of cheated, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of like in High Tension, where.
Well, High Tension wasn't even a whodunit. It was just a fat twist.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a cheated twist. Because there was no possible way you could.
They weren't really setting you up for the twist.
Yeah,
they
just like throw it in there.
Yeah,
but Friday the 13th feels a little bit more, feels better than High Tension.
As far as the reveal and all that shit, yeah.
But like, I mean, as in just throwing it in there.
Yeah, they should have put it just like a little bit like in the beginning, at the bar or something, huh? Pamela Voorhees or something.
Yeah. But
whatever, that movie's cool, whatever. But yeah, this was cool though. It's kind of what I expected it to be, you know. I didn't think it was gonna be like amazing because I don't think these are like masterpieces. Like where, damn, how did the writers come up with such a like
amazing plot?
Yeah, like it's so impressive. You know, it's kind of what you're getting yourself into with these. You know.
Yeah.
And also, it's not. You have room for it to be bad because you're kind of going there accepting it. So it's,
yeah,
you know what I mean. That's how I go into these. Like anything now that I watch from the 80s.
The fact that like the first scene. He has like gasoline sleeping by his bed. Yeah, you're kind of like, okay, dude, this is gonna be one of those movies.
Yeah, you kind of have to just.
Because I mean, in real life, like, there's no way you can sleep with gasoline by your bed.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That fumes would smell so bad.
Yeah, that too.
So it's like it's like, well, dude, why would you even there's no reason to have gasoline right there.
Yeah.
And to the point where you can knock it over and spill it all over yourself.
Bro, I'm telling you, go back and watch it and you can see the dude with a straight helmet.
With helmet?
It looks crazy. But, I mean, they had to, huh? But
yeah, give it a watch.
Give it a watch. I'm sure they already did if they're listening to this, right? What do you think of Todd being one of the kids, so it kind of gives the motive?
I kind of figured it was going to be like that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just thought that he got he's just on a revenge spree, killing all these fucking kids because he hates everybody.
I figured that when they were doing I was like, oh, probably one of these kids. We're
gonna be at this other camp or something. Oh, I didn't.
Because when they were talking about when they were letting him go from the hospital, it was like, oh, just remember, it was just a joke. like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be hard to live out there, but just remember, like, they didn't mean any harm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about revenge or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so they're gonna try to set it up where one of the kids, like, they're, at first I thought it was gonna be like all of them
Mm-hmm.
that were gonna be at the camp again.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think it was just gonna be like one. Like, I thought it was gonna be like the whole
just
group keeps going back every year, you know.
And you're gonna come back.
Yeah. And like just going through one by one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was okay with it. I was like, I mean, I didn't see it coming. I just thought, like I said, he was just gonna fucking, because they said it wasn't too far from there. I'm sure maybe that camp shut down, and then this is like kind of the replacement, like across the way or something. And he's just gonna start murking everybody. I didn't know though, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they would have done like him killing each of the kids that were doing it, that'd have been actually cooler, I think.
That's kind of what's that? I know we was it. I know we did last summer. I know we did last summer, right? That was kind of that thing. He's kind of going specifically for those kids.
But I was like, oh, dude. Like, if they would have just, because like when I went to the camp for when I was whatever age, like people like there was like kids that keep going back,
repeats and stuff. Yeah, they love it.
And so I figured like, oh, these are like gonna be repeat people that are. I mean, they have like the straight nerve to, you know, pull prank on them. They have to be like repeat, right? They have to actually know the counselor or whatever.
If I was Todd, dude, I wouldn't done none of that shit. You know what I mean? If I was part of that, well, fuck, I'm not going to none of these camps anymore. I'm not trying to get fucking arrested and shit. You know. But yeah, solid 80s movie, slasher, like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's it. And we will probably be we'll let you guys know about the pick, because we might have something in the works for the next movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we'll go back to just us picking. So we're not too sure what we're gonna watch next.
Yeah.
We might have like this little collaboration. So.
Little.
Yeah, and talk.
Little twist.
Yeah. So that wraps this episode up.
Give us a like, subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe, follow.
Give us a comment, I guess.
Comment, anything.
Whatever you guys like.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next time.
What's up? Follow Instagram.
HellFire Club Podcast.
And also we have a Discord.
Yeah.
So that was another
episode down.
That was episode 26.
26. Yep.
All right.
Late.